Remember, boys.
Yep.
When it shows up on the old FB, just turn your share to public.
Okay.
And that'll show enough honor to be able to get started. But I'm already shared. We're good to go. We're ready to rip. Let's go. Week 8, Fantasy Focus Live, brought to you by the Original Hooters. I'm Derrick Tate alongside Ryan Levy, Matty B. Matt Bucks is back in the United States, and guess where he's firmly planted today? At the St. Pete Hooters in Florida.
Yes. I've actually been at this Hooters now going on 6 days. Since I returned to the States on Monday, I've firmly planted my behind right here in this seat, eating chicken wings, having a couple crisp ones, and basically having a great week 8 here in the NFL.
And Levy, of course, we cannot forget you're repping the Shy up there, all the way from the West Coast, coming into Chicago's Hooters. They're in River North on, what is it, Wells Street, correct?
Wells Street, yep. Happy to be here, man. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, so I'm ready. We're not even open yet here, so I can't have a beer, but I will soon.
Well, that makes me a little bit sad because I can indulge here at home. Bucky can definitely indulge 11 a.m. Gotta love that Eastern Standard Time, man, I tell you. But hey, guys, so we got week 8 of NFL action coming your way. We're past the halfway point of most fantasy football seasons, so we've got a litany of injuries to go ahead and cover, as it has been a wild week when it comes to inactives, players even coming back like Drew Brees. But let me go ahead and run down all the players that are inactive. So make sure to go ahead and get them out of your lineup for today. And we're certainly going to answer some questions and discuss other options if you're in a pinch with some of these players. Alvin Kamara's out. David Johnson is out. We've got, of course, Cam Newton, AJ Green, Matt Ryan, Deshaun Jackson, Will Fuller, Kerryon Johnson, and Josh Gordon are now on IR. Sterling Shepard is out. Jared Cook, Traquan Smith, and, of course, your boy, Patty Mahomes. And among others, there are a bunch of other options to keep an eye on today that are game-time decisions.
Crazy.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, this is our most injury-packed weekend so far, and I think that owners are going to have a lot of decisions to make. What concerns me most, I think, is Matt Ryan as well as Pat Mahomes being out. That really does concern me for the receiving cores, respectively, on both squads.
Well, Matt Schaub still owns the active record for most consecutive games with a pick 6. In fact, that would have been a great trivia question. How many games has Matt Schaub he's made an appearance in, thrown a pick 6 in?
Little known fact about Matt Schaub. He actually just left his assistant management position at Bed Bath & Beyond in order to play in this game here for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes. Oh, boy. Bucky is back. He's back in the States and back with the quips. But in all seriousness, though, so we've got Matt Ryan and Matt Moore. 2 Matties starting under center. They should have started Matt Bucks is what they should have done.
Heavens no.
I would have felt a lot better about these respective offenses with different signal callers. But, guys, I mean, I feel as if Kansas City and Andy Reid, I'd trust his play calling more than I will with the Falcons, who are an absolute disaster. And really the only thing that's been keeping them competitive is your boy Matty Ice. I think it's going to be a rough day for the Falcons. I think it's going to be a really rough day for the Atlanta Falcons.
They're going to get smoked today.
I think Matt Schaub's going to pull the rabbit out of the head.
Kick themselves in the foot?
Yeah, he might kick himself in the foot. We got our first question here, Nick, from Matt Monteleone there. Are we going with Eckler or Gordon? I think that's an interesting question there.
Well, it seemed as if when they get inside the 5 that they still want to go with Melvin Gordon. So if you're playing in a standard, I think the answer still is Melvin Gordon. But if it's PPR, I think it's Eckler. I think Eckler's pass volume and he still comes in a lot on third downs whenever they go to shotgun sets. It's not that Melvin Gordon completely comes off the field, but you see it in the numbers. I mean, didn't we see this Melvin Gordon's rookie year with Danny Woodhead?
Yep.
I mean, it seems like that is a similar split now, that Woodhead's going to see a lot more passing volume. Gordon's going to handle a lot of the duties inside the 5.
Yeah, I'm going Eckler all day in this scenario. I think either way, we just haven't seen it much from Gordon yet, and the Bears' run D is great.
Yeah, but don't you have concerns over the fact that
I don't know if
despite
above average.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's been good, but Melvin Gordon is one of these guys who has not been effective, but he continues to get a lot of touches, right? And that part, it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, until Gordon has that breakout game. I'm not thinking this is going to be that scenario. I'm still going Eckler in a PPR, but I still am very concerned over, number one, the amount of touches being levied over to Melvin Gordon, as well as the fact that he's been completely ineffective. So it just puts us in this pretzel where we have to try and work our way out of it in order to figure out who to start. I hate situations like this, and it just continues to happen.
Well, the thing with the Chicago Bears, and I know traditionally they've, over the last 2 seasons, even the start of the season, their defense was fantastic. But guys, without Hakeem Hicks, like this defense up front has surrendered 2 consecutive games where they've allowed a running back to go over 100 yards and find the end zone. So, I mean, one was Latavius Murray. And by the way, no disrespect to Latavius Murray, but I don't think that he's better than the likes of Melvin Gordon. And the same thing with, Josh Jacobs is a good player. But those 2 running backs posted very fantasy-friendly numbers against a Bears team that can't seem to sustain drives. So even though the Bears defense does have all-world talent, they're really struggling right now without their best piece up front as far as an interior defensive lineman.
I just feel like it's a must-win game for the Bears at home if they want any chance to make the playoffs this year. I mean, they pretty much have no chance to win the division at this point.
I think it's going to be an ugly game either way.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just going Eckler.
And of course, we've already got B. We're starting early, and so is the original commenter of B with the, minus the addition of A. Need one in a PPR. Jarvis Landry, Kenny Stills, Sammy Watkins, or Tyrell Williams. Of course, keep an eye on Tyrell Williams. He is still a game-time decision today.
I want Kenny Stills.
I'm going Stills out of that group. I don't trust Landry going up against the Pats.
100% it's Kenny Stills. If Will Fuller can have monster days, so can Kenny Stills, who is still a deep threat at this point in his career. I think he fits in very nicely as far as basically a plug and play for exactly what you got from Will Fuller, just not as good.
Agreed.
So,
yep, Ken Stills, plug him in, B, get it done.
EXC, thanks for joining us. Half point PPR, DJ Chark or John Brown. Sorry, go ahead, Buck.
Well, I just want to comment first on John Brown. I'm concerned about the weather. There's all sorts of reports that it's going to be extremely windy, and I think someone gave a shout out on the comment that I saw as well. Yeah, Nick Byrd. He let us know, 40+ mile an hour winds. It does concern me, but you know what it inspires within me, Levy? It inspires the fact that Josh Allen's going to be able to throw the football 95 yards. So John Brown streaking on a 95-yard go route, it sounds like a recipe for success. However, we need to take a seat, and we're going DJ Chark.
Yeah, I'm going Chark without hesitation in this scenario.
Guys, that Philadelphia secondary is not very good, though. I mean, I know the conditions are awful. I mean, if the weather is that bad, then yes, it would want to steer me in a different direction. I guess DJ Chark, if the weather really is that bad, I just love that matchup against the Philadelphia secondary.
Sure, absolutely. Go Bills, Matt. I see you, Matt Hobler.
Yes.
Can't stop a nosebleed this season. All right. Dennis Steven, thanks for joining us. 3 out of the 6. Devonta Freeman, Lindsey, Coleman, Gordon, Jamal Williams, or Ertz. And again, you mentioned that terrible weather. I mean, Ertz is worth considering putting on the bench in this scenario, correct?
I see. Like Ertz. Yeah, he's going to be more towards the middle of the field. I feel like chances of completing those passes is a lot better than those deep threats like a guy like John Brown. For me, I got Tevin Coleman in the mix. I'm actually going to start Ertz. The 4th piece is where it gets a little bit fuzzy. I'm not trusting Devonta Freeman. It's either Gordon or Lindsey, and I'm going to actually go with Melvin Gordon in this match.
I'm going
just
Gordon.
Because of touchdowns. I'm going to go Gordon. I don't like it, though, but I think he's the 3rd best option of that set.
I'm going to agree with you, Bucks. I'm going to take the same 3. Coleman, Gordon, and Ertz.
I'm Gordon, Lindsey, Coleman, Gordon.
Okay.
I mean, I want nothing to do with Devonta Freeman in the Atlanta Falcons today.
Me neither.
I'm
out.
Yep. I'm cashing out on Devonta Freeman this week. Nick Byrd saw a report. We already kind of got that. My apologies, guys.
No, first off, I just love amateur weathermen. If you got a a clue about the weather that's going on, just a little bit of a hint. If you're in those areas, I need to know about them. Big on weather.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
It helps because sometimes we don't see it. We're in the middle of the live show. If you don't get an update or something, hit us with it.
So we got an interesting one here from Jose Vega. Thanks for joining us. Carson Wentz against the Bills, Drew Brees returning this week against the Arizona Cardinals, or Ryan Tannehill versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Boys, for me, it's Drew Brees. If Brees is healthy and he's playing against a secondary that I don't think is all that great, I'm starting Drew Brees with confidence.
I do want to say I am starting Ryan Tannehill in like 2 or 3 leagues today, shamefully. Had some scenarios, like Lamar Jackson out with the bye and all that.
Stop admitting that.
But yeah, I'm going Brees.
Just to be a little bit on the other end here, Ryan Tannehill is a very intriguing matchup, and he had a good week last week. I'm going to go Ryan Tannehill out of this group. Brees, he is Drew Brees. Okay, but I just got to mix it up here with a little bit of Ryan Tannehill. Shout out my dynasty team.
Oh my God!
Wow,
dynasty.
2 people going over Ryan Tannehill over Drew Brees.
No, I took Drew Brees.
Oh, you did?
I said I'm starting Tannehill, but if I've got Drew Brees, I'm certainly not starting Tannehill over him.
And of course, thanks, Matt. Appreciate you joining us. Eric Fallout, top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, my friend. I have a flex spot with DJ Moore, New England Clam Crowder, and Jones Jr. in a PPR. So, boys, I got to say, I've really liked what I've seen from Marvin Jones Jr. so far. And then without Kerryon Johnson, I don't know how effective they're going to be running the football today. So I'm actually going to go with Marvin Jones Jr. here.
I 100% agree with you. I'm going to pick the same here. The Giants are going to give up some big plays, and I think I like Jones Jr. and Galladay today.
Bucky?
Oh, on this one, I'm going to go with Marvin Jones Jr. as well. Sorry, I just had to deliver the message that I'd like a cold beer. It's that time. It's time that we rev this engine up.
Oh, Buck.
Right now, I'm like my new car, just purring.
Yes,
I got the auto start, man. I'm becoming part of the bourgeoisie, as they say now. I got this thing that just starts. I can start my car on my phone now, turn the defroster on, get everything really just, when you got to travel 20, 30 minutes, you got to make sure your ride is all set when you jump in that beast.
Yeah, the defroster really does you a lot of good down there in Florida.
Hey, let me interject real quick here. They are still running the Give a Hoot campaign here at Hooters. You're helping raise awareness against breast cancer. So you have 4 ways to help. Very simple. Very simple. You can buy a pink bracelet. You can buy a 2020 calendar, and you also get a myriad of different coupons. I think it's over $100 of coupons. You get a beer with that in your calendar cup. What could be better than that? Oh, wait. Something can be better than that. It's the Pink Passion cocktail, which I hope to be enjoying here in just a little bit. And you can also donate based on rounding up your check. You can come into Hooters, 4 ways to donate. Always, every way is a very good way to donate. So, let's raise awareness to fight breast cancer for the V Foundation here at Hooters.
Love it, Buck.
Buck should be a national spokesperson is what he should be for this cause.
If I could talk well, yes. But
if I was capable of stringing together consecutive sentences eloquently, yes, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I need to work on that, but we're at ground level of that career arc right now, and I just got to go upwards.
All right, we need 3 of 5. This one's tough, gents. Alshon, Kenny Stills, Odell Beckham, and Sanders or Ertz. 3 of those 5. Who you got, Tater?
Is it okay? So 3 out of the 5. It's really weird that I feel uncomfortable saying that I want to sit Odell Beckham Jr. for the likes of Kenny Stills, but they're facing off against that New England defense, which scares the bejesus out of me after what they've done all season long. It's not just what they did to Sam Darnold and company. They've been great all season long. And the Browns offense, as we've already talked about ad nauseum on our regular episodes. If you don't check us out there, go ahead. We're everywhere you can find a podcast. Shameless plug. But I just don't trust Odell Beckham Jr. I'm sitting him this week given the matchup. I know that's going to sound a little surprising, but I am going to roll with Alshon. I am going to roll with Kenny Stills, and I'm going to stick with Zach Ertz because I imagine Emmanuel Sanders is definitely going to play and be in specific packages, but I still think it's going to be very tough to predict how involved he's going to be this week.
You want Alshon against Tre'Davious White?
I'd rather, I just don't
think about it.
Nothing. I want nothing to do with that New England secondary. Nothing.
That's fair, but I still would prefer Odell Beckham in that matchup than I would Alshon Jeffrey going against questionably the best cornerback in the league. And
I love me some Tre'Davious White. It's nothing against Tre'Davious White. It's just
go Bills.
Bucky, who are you going with?
Out of this group, Kenny Stills, Odell Beckham, and Ertz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm not an Alshon guy. You guys know that. I see what you're saying with Beckham, Tate. It's definitely Stills and Ertz for me. I almost want to play Sanders, but I want to see it first in San Fran. So I'll go with Stills, Beckham, and Ertz.
No, you need to be living like Point Break. You can only live to get radical.
What's up, Andriotti? Ty Johnson or Eckler? It's Johnson for me. Oh, I haven't seen it yet much, but I mean we've seen little flashes, but I like the matchup.
I'll ride with Ty Johnson on this one.
I expect Ty Johnson will see higher or just more touches. I mean, certainly Eckler's still going to be involved. I mean, that much has already been proven. But yeah, going Ty.
Sony Michel, Coleman, or Lindsey?
Ooh, I'm going to go Tevin Coleman.
It's Coleman, and it's really not that close for me. I think this matchup is really good for him. Tevin Coleman, big game. I think he gets in the end zone.
I kind of want to say Sony Michel because he's been consistent. You know, he's still plodding along, but he's scoring touchdowns.
He's still seeing touches. He's still seeing a ton of carries on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm going Sony Michel, actually, if I've got these three. I'm disappointed in Coleman, but I hope he bounces back this week because I'm playing him in a lot of leagues. Nick Byrd,
load up
with David Johnson out. Would you go Edmonds over Ty Johnson?
Yes.
I think it's
shootout.
100% Edmonds over Ty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a more offensive game. It's all about game flow, and I think Chase Edmonds is a perfect fill-in for this week. Absolutely, and next week apparently David Johnson will be out as well. So we might get 3 straight weeks of the Chase Edmonds show.
You know what's interesting? The Cardinals are 12.5-point underdogs today. That's a
wild
big spread.
And they've been playing well.
Yeah.
They've won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Saints are 5-0 without Drew Brees over the last 5 games.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can make an argument that they're the best team in football. Jordan Tate, the dog. Times are tough. I gotta love when that's the first sentence. Times are tough, pal. I get it too. I've been there. PPR, New England Clam Crowder, AJ Brown, or Philip Dorsett. Guys, I'm going AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. He's going to torch the Bucks.
AJ Brown. Anything to get a look against the Buccaneers' putrid secondary.
Yes.
Go Bucks, though. Go Bucks. This is Tampa.
I don't want to talk trash about Carlton Davis, but
he's a player. He's a player. But we just as an entire unit,
correct.
It's been so underwhelming, and really, it's atrocious at times, and it's one of those things that we keep drafting to improve, but it never seems to happen. It's just sad.
Ryan B, what up? Thanks for joining us again. DJ Chark, Devontae Adams, or DK Metcalf in a PPR format.
Adams is out.
Well, Adams is doubtful. I don't think, even if he does play, I don't trust that toe. He even said earlier this week, hey, I'm having trouble cutting and running routes. That's not good for a wide receiver. So I'm saying
correct, Derrick.
They are 6-1 right now. They're not going to force him back right now. They are going to. I mean, I know that the Vikings are right on their heels in the division, but I think that they're going to play it safe with Devontae Adams. So DJ Chark for me in this one.
All day, Chark.
Yeah, it's Chark. Get yourself one of those. What were those gummies back in the day? Shark Bites.
Yeah,
those were some of my favorite. They're like, what's the word where you kind of see through it?
Translucent
shark gummies.
I thought it was transparent.
We need to bring those back.
What about hold on? I gotta disagree with those snacks. Like I was an avid Gushers guy.
Gushers, yeah.
Gushers. I was a Gushers guy, dude. All
Gusher
day.
Crusher.
And fruit by the foot. Oh man, I'd crush fruit by the foot.
Well, some folks like Gushers, others like sharks. That's the beauty of America.
Senzu. Yo, 2 out of the 3, please. Melvin Gordon, Sony Michel, Tevin Coleman. I wonder if anybody would ever ask the question, 2 out of the 3, Levy, Bucks, or Tate. Like that would be tough. That would be tough to be voted out. I think I'd be voted out. Sucks.
Put like your votes in the comments.
Yeah.
No, give us your gotta pick 2.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. You got to go with the lineup here. For me, it's I know what you're saying about Sony Michel here, Levy. I think it's a Sony Michel day running away with it. So I'm going to go Coleman and Michel out of this group.
Same.
Coleman and Michel.
Yeah, Tater, get on board.
As much as the Chicago Bears run defense is still struggling, there's going to be split looks between him and Eckler. I expect Chicago, like you mentioned, in what feels like a must-win game. They got to shore it up there today.
All right, Stephanie, thanks for joining us again. Standard League, Ridley or Crowder?
Ridley today.
With Matt Schaub throwing him the ball?
No, but he's in the slot now. They're finally going to move him around. He's taken that Mo Sanu role. Now it used to be cloudy, Tate. It was a brisk London afternoon, and the clouds were rolling in, and you thought you were in the clear. There was no more rain. Well, here comes Mo Sanu, and it's really just a 2A, 2B situation there prior to the trade to New England. Now, without him there, Calvin Ridley gets to move around a lot more. Calvin Ridley's the start today, even with Bed Bath & Beyond assistant manager Matt Schaub throwing in the football.
Damn, that was a sell right there, Bucks. I'm going Ridley.
Great sell.
I'm going Ridley.
But the thing is, they're already talking about moving Julio Jones into the slot a little bit more to take over Mohamed Sanu. And I understand that sometimes it's a little partly cloudy, and life is like a box of chocolates there with the Atlanta Falcons pass catchers. You never know what you're going to get. But we also know that it's Matt Schaub throwing him the football, and Sam Darnold likes to force the ball to Jamison Crowder. Last week was an aberration strictly because they were facing off against a New England defense that kept just bringing a 0 blitz coming right into Darnold's face. They couldn't figure it out all game. This week's going to be a lot different against, it's a good unit against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they're not going against Bill Belichick and the scheming mind of that whatever is inside that hoodie on a weekly basis for Bill Belichick. I'm going Crowder over Ridley.
Well, Tate, here's the thing that you're discounting. Have you ever seen Matt Schaub throw a set of sheets on the model bed there at the BBB? It's something else, man. The guy has skills. He can throw all sorts of stuff. I saw him once throw a plunger 16 yards, went right into the little container that's supposed to sit in. Unbelievable. The guy's efficient. He's going to find his receivers. There's no doubt.
God of the pickles, half point PPR, DJ Chark or T.
Wait, Levy, did you answer Ridley or Crowder?
I said Ridley.
Okay.
I sold him.
You just didn't give as much meat in the bone as Bucky.
Standard format. Bucks took all the meat right off the bone, so
I don't leave meat. That's just a fact. And I also love pickles, and it's fine. It's nice to finally meet the god of the pickles.
Yes, I'm going Chark in this scenario.
Lord Pickle.
I'm gonna go TY.
Lord Pickle of House Dill, half PPR, DJ Chark or T.Y. Hilton.
That's pretty good, Tate. I gotta tip my cap when I can.
Thanks, bud. I don't get many of them. I'm not as witty as you. I'm gonna go T.Y. Hilton.
Ooh, okay.
Stop playing good football, man.
Should we do a trivia question now? We're gonna give away a calendar. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So, folks, in the comments section here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mail you a calendar. So, what you want to do, Levy? How do you want them to get in touch with you on the social media?
You got to follow us on Instagram if you win, and then slide into my DMs with your address.
We're just at Fantasy Focused there on Instagram.
Just at Fantasy Focused.
So DM us if you get this right. But the first trivia question, it's the first person to respond correctly in the comments. So here we go. First question. Where does John Kitna rank on the NFL all-time passing list in terms of yardage? John Kitna, the bald wonder from Down Under.
Can't wait to see who gets this right first. In the meantime, let's move on to the next question, gents. TKS Force, Hooper or Kelsey, and Tyreek Hill or Chris Godwin in full point PPR. This team must be stacked.
Hold on. Just want to say we saw the first comment. 48. Is that correct?
Close, but no cigar there, sir.
No. Okay. Sorry about that. So we were on TKS Force, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. We got to keep up in real time right now because it's like one of those. It's like a class of students. Whoever raises their hand with the correct answer first wins.
Yes.
So, all right.
All my children.
Hooper or Kelsey?
B is the winner, number 50 all time. Can you believe John Kitna? He must listen to our podcast because we did discuss this, I think, 3 or 4 weeks ago. John Kitna is the number 50 passer of all time in the NFL. What a world we live in. That makes me think one day I won't live in a van down by the river.
Yes. B, follow us on Instagram and DM me your address. And
living in a van down by the river. So do you actually know who 48 is? It's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Yeah. Shocking. Once you get past 40, there's some shockers.
I know BG listens to the pod, so he got duped there. We did talk about number 48. You're right, but wrong guy.
BG got the old bait and switch. That sucks.
All right, B, shoot us a message on Instagram with your address, and we'll make sure we send you Hooters calendar as soon as possible. So just give us that info. We'll send it your way. And we got a couple more questions coming up here. One at 12 and then one at 12:30, I believe, here on the East Coast.
Yep. I'm going Kelsey and Godwin.
Yeah. I mean, if we're having 2 backup quarterbacks, I'm going to go with the talent over, no offense to Austin Hooper, who's having a very good season, but I'm going to go with Kelsey. And then Tyreek Hill or Chris Godwin. In this scenario, first off, whether Patrick Mahomes was healthy or not, guys, am I crazy for saying that I would go with Chris Godwin?
If Mahomes is healthy, I'm still going Tyreek.
Godwin was the number 1 receiver in PPR formats.
Whatever.
What do you mean whatever?
Tyreek still has more upside.
I'm going to go Chris Godwin here. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going Godwin this week. Absolutely. But I'm saying if Pat Mahomes is
that chaps my tail, dude. That chaps my tail.
Okay.
I don't have a tail, but if I did, it would chap it.
What? Chap your tail? Okay, that's good. I like it.
I have to keep it somewhat clean, dude. We're going live in Hooters, so I can't.
Travis Kelce. So I have Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to answer that, and then Chris Godwin as well.
All right, fair enough. Lev Bell.
Tate, are you drinking like a SpongeBob SquarePants beer? What is that?
No, that's Chunk.
What?
No diggity. Got the band.
That's great.
Is that a beer? What kind of beer is that?
It's hazy IPA. Who needs diggity when you have a juicy IPA? That's a
great can. Good branding.
Why do I have to feel like I'm like directing like airmail traffic? Anyway, there we go. Yes, that's Chunk. No diggity. All right, what's the next question, boys? Are you running the board or what, man? Because you keep taking.
I got it. I said it. You just keep rambling on. So Lev Bell or Nick Chubb, full PPR. Bucky, you go first on this one.
I'm going to go Lev Bell. Staying away from New England again.
I'm still going Nick Chubb. He's just a much better player than Le'Veon Bell at this point.
This is close, though, right? I mean, this is a legitimate question. And for me, stay as far away as possible from the New England Patriots. That's why I moved to Florida, some say. Because in Buffalo, I was too close to the Pats. I'd just retreat down here. It's a little warmer, starting to cool down a little bit, which is positive. Positive movements down here. Go Bills.
I don't love the matchup for Chubb by any means, but I mean, I've been riding him all season. Nick Chubb's going to be on several fantasy championship teams out there this year.
Yeah, I'm going Lev Bell.
All right, Patrick Murphy, half-point PPR, Auden Tate or Melvin Gordon?
In a half point, it's Melvin.
Tater?
It's Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I'll go Melvin.
Again, we keep overlooking. I know that they're playing the Bears, but they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. I mean, he was a fumble on the 1-yard line and got it called back from having a 2-touchdown game last week against the Titans. Let's not overreact here a little bit. The talent is still there with Melvin Gordon.
Yep. Dale Scott, Deshaun Watson, or Matty Stafford?
Crack a beer, Dale. Kick back and slot D. Watson into that lineup as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And then drink the beer. Finish the beer and then get another beer.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing if Watson had a bad matchup, but he's got a great matchup this week. So he's facing off against the Oakland Raiders, who Aaron Rodgers just tuned up to the tune of 5 touchdown passes and even 1 on the ground. Not saying that I expect those type of numbers from Watson, but certainly capable of putting up that type of performance. Yeah, it's Deshaun Watson all day for me.
Yeah, Dale Watson, no hesitation. CP, PC, Allen, or Carr?
I'm assuming that's Josh Allen, the GOAT.
Or could it be Kyle Allen?
Ooh, good question. both valid options, but I think Josh Allen comes in well before Derek Carr on my list. I don't even think it's even close.
Weather's the ultimate equalizer.
Fair.
I could see Josh Allen getting some rushing yards today, though.
Ooh, you see that? You dangle that carrot, Levy. I'm going to eat it every time. Cooked, uncooked, sauteed, doesn't matter. Give me the carrot.
The upside is just so high.
I don't know. I like what I've seen from Derek Carr this year, to be perfectly honest with you. The Raiders are a better football team than people are giving them credit for. Tell you what, man, John Gruden's got the boys playing down there, man.
Sure
Even
does.
without Josh Jacobs, he may not be playing today. Tyrell Williams, Antonio Brown, tell him to go take a walk, man, I tell you. Derek Carr for me.
All right. Sleek, what's up, man? D this week. You want Lions, Packers, or Bills?
Not the Lions.
Tough.
They just traded Quandre Diggs, and they don't have Darius Slay. I'm staying way away from the Lions defense. Definitely Bills defense.
Bills, but I was actually talking with BG, who is a Philly fan, here before we went live at Hooters. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about it at all. However, we'll see what happens. I'm still going Bills out of that set.
Thanks for joining us, Emma. I'm also on the
Hey,
board.
Emma rules. Thanks, Emma.
For the record, I do not owe you $20.
B, I couldn't read your comment out loud, but it made me chuckle. Fredley, thanks for joining us as always. OBJ or John Brown this week, boys?
So we have one that's facing off against the toughest secondary in the NFL, and the other one that apparently is playing in a hurricane. So
It's called a nor'easter, Tate. You got to learn your weather terminology. I was just kept abreast of the what they term the terminology for northeastern hurricane. It's a nor'easter.
okay, thank you. I learn something new every week.
You never heard the term nor'easter, either
No,
of
I've
you?
never heard the term. I'm a Floridian, and I moved to Chicago, the Midwest. I'm not up to speed on the northeastern dialect. My humble apologies.
Fine.
Nor'easter, Tate, not northeaster. Nor'easter.
I am gonna go John Brown.
No, go OBJ here.
Tate?
I'm gonna go John Brown.
Wow. Okay.
John
Thank
Brown.
you.
I don't try, dude. I do not. First off, the Cleveland offense has been out of sorts, and two, the secondary for Philadelphia is not very good. Going John Brown.
All right. Fair enough. We got 2 for John Brown over OBJ. So good luck, Fredley. Ryan B, thanks for joining as always. Lindsey Eckler, Allen Robinson, Metcalf, Edmonds, Ridley, DJ Moore, Sanu, Woods, pick 5.
We're picking this guy's entire lineup. We can't screw it up. All right. As shocking as this is going to seem, and I know that the Chargers actually have a very good secondary and will have very good man-to-man cover corners. I'm going Allen Robinson because he's the only bright spot of that entire Chicago offense right now. I'm going to go Philip Lindsay.
Okay.
I'm going Lindsay. I'm going to go Edmonds for sure, 100%. And then it gets a little dicey. In a PPR, I am going to go Eckler, and then I'm going to go Woods.
Yes, I have the exact same 5.
I love these questions because I feel like I'm playing the lottery. It's like a pick 5 game or pick 7. It's quick picks.
Yes.
So I'm going to hit you with the quick picks. Phil Linz, Chase Edmonds is an absolute must start here. I like Ridley and I like Woods. And then the 5th option, it's going to be Eckler.
All right. I
go.
just think Robinson has a good game this week. I'm with you on that, Tate. Bering Straight, thanks for joining us. I believe that's your first time here. 12-team non-PPR. Ty Johnson.
Geography quiz. Where's the Bering Strait?
I want to say it's what connects Alaska to Russia.
That, sir, is absolutely correct.
It is? Yes. Yeah. Woo!
All right, so
it doesn't. Well, it separates. It doesn't connect. But I'll go ahead. That's
damn
just a little bit. Yep.
I'm going Ty Johnson. The Bucks have a great rush defense.
I'm
Above
very
average.
curious. I'm very curious if Levy knew where the Bering Strait was.
Nope.
No, Levy, not a geography guy. The guy, and now that I have the Google Maps, I feel like I'm smarter than the navigation in my car. By the way, I don't need that unless I'm in a brand new city like the Bering Strait would be. Ty Johnson for me. When we're dealing with Derrick Henry, I just don't know. Tate, you're gonna go Henry. I get that. Oh, it's non-PPR. Never mind. Derrick Henry. Sorry.
Yeah, non-PPR.
I thought it was PPR, so I went Ty Johnson. But I take that back. We're going Derrick Henry.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's Henry. I mean, the weird thing is, though, is the Bucks are actually very good against the run. So that's
look what they've done to McCaffrey and some of the other guys out there.
They've held every single elite running back that they've faced this year in check. So I'm just saying that if it's non-PPR where touchdowns are king and Derrick Henry's a monster inside the 5, I do expect them to have a scoring opportunity where Derrick Henry punches one in.
All right, fair enough. Dennis, thanks for the shout out, man. He has switched to any other fantasy channel, supporting us every week. Appreciate it.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends, man.
Shout out for Jack's picks on our Instagram.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Wait, did someone just post how many push-ups they did today? Is this a push-up off?
No, the kid that's on our Instagram story, Jack's picks every week.
Yeah,
he was talking trash to me this morning. Sent me a video. I'll put it on the story later. He did 60 push-ups with a Dak to the Future shirt on.
Without stopping?
Yes.
I didn't realize this was.
Did you do that?
No,
not me.
I can't do 60. I'll do like 6.
This kid's like 9 years old.
I
could still do 60 push-ups in one set.
Prove it.
Oh, I can do it. I'll put the laptop on the ground, my friend. But anyway, let's continue.
Charlie Batch.
Chuck Batch. That was a good guess. All right, Kel, what's up, man? Thanks for joining.
Hey, Kel.
Sending flares with Lamar on a bye and Matty Ice out. Options are Winston, Teddy B, Minshew, and Tannehill. Teddy B's out of that, right? I'll go Minshew.
I'm going to go Jameis. That's where I'm at. I laugh at that pick. Jameis.
Winston still has very good options. And Tannehill's had one decent week. So I'm going to go with Winston, who has had some monster weeks in the system with these weapons. So I'm going to go Jameis.
If you want to win, get some Minshew magic in you.
And buy a t-shirt.
Yes. Giuseppe, John Brown or Ty Johnson. Flex PPR.
P.S. Minshew Mania. It's Minshew Mania, not magic.
Well, I'd call it magic. He needs magic to win this week, right?
I just call it Minshew, insert buzzword here. There you go. Move on.
Ty Johnson or John Brown for Giuseppe in a PPR format?
Ty Johnson.
Yes, no doubt.
Requisite touches, week in, week out, boys, just like a broken record.
OBJ, Anderson, or DJ Moore, half-point PPR? DJ Moore for me.
I don't like it. I don't love it. Going DJ Moore. Spin that stuff.
Just because I got to be a contrarian here, I'm going to go Bob Anderson. Hit him with a deep shot.
I'm a little nervous about Bob Anderson. There were some trade rumors circling this week. I don't understand that.
Well, apparently he runs 2 routes. So that's, get rid of him. Bring someone in that can run maybe, 3, 4 routes. That'd be good.
TKS, who was asking about Lev and Chubb before, but do we think James Conner, Chris Carson, or Aaron Jones will do better? Full PPR. Chris Carson this week.
Whoa. Aaron Jones now being thrown into this conversation along with Chris Carson.
All these options are awesome.
There's no way all these are on one team. This has to be DFS or something.
Yeah, it has to be. All these players you're mentioning are like top 7, top 8 players. So it's really just your personal preference in this scenario. I do have Lev a bit higher than the rest of these guys. Connor just below. Then I have Carson, then Jones, then I have Chubb at the bottom of that lineup going up against the Pats.
Wow.
I mean, guys, I will say that James Conner's playing the Miami Dolphins this week.
Yeah.
So that to me is worth at least considering. I know that Connor is probably the least sexy option of all these players, but I think he has the best matchup. So hell yeah, I would consider starting James Conner. Yeah.
The problem with me with James Conner is I expect them to blow out Miami, and I could see Benny Snell finishing this game with like 15 carries again. So I'm going to go Chris Carson because it's a guaranteed 20 carries. Coleman or Michelle?
Coleman.
Devin Coleman.
It's Michelle for me.
You're a Michelle guy.
Well, he's just consistent, man. I know he's going to score a touchdown.
Ryan Michelle Levy.
Yes. Giuseppe. I love to say this guy's name. Hyde or Cohen? Half-point PPR.
Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde for me.
That's not pretty, but Hyde.
I assume this is a flex option there.
Yeah.
For Giuseppe. Giuseppe is a seasoned owner. He's been in the game a long time. Great name. Great player. Great win today.
Brady Carlson, thanks for joining us. Coleman, Ridley, or Hilton, full PPR flex.
Coleman. I'm still going to go Tevin Coleman. I mean, Ridley, we don't. Granted, it's only a good thing that Mohamed Sanu is not going to be there. But you have Matt Schaub throwing him the football. It's really between Coleman and T.Y. Hilton for me, but I'm going to go with the running back who gets requisite more touches in an offense that runs all the way through the running game. It's Coleman for me. Yeah,
still Tevin Coleman here. The other two options, we need to see it from Ridley now that Sanu's gone. But Coleman should be getting a lot of looks today. And like I said earlier, I think it's a touchdown game for Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Coleman in this scenario too. I do like Hilton. It's a close second for me. Nick said Keenan Allen is going to try to give it a go.
No.
Avoiding Keenan Allen, I am.
Yes. Totally.
Kind of like Dave Chappelle and killing him softly. No, Chip, don't do it. Don't start him. No.
Dab Wizard is here, not to worry, fellas. His teams are just so good, he doesn't need our help.
We're on point with you, Dab. Me and Bucky, whenever you're on, buddy, we give you
I don't even know how to dab. I feel like I'm not coordinated enough to dab.
That doesn't surprise me.
Varun, PPR flex, choose two. OBJ, Mixon, Tate, Ty Johnson. Is that Auden Tate or Golden Tate?
Yeah, we got to know which Tate it is, buddy. Or is it Derrick Tate?
It might be Derrick Tate. I'm not quite sure, but it could be.
Get Derrick Tate in that starting lineup.
Varun, come back and let us know. We'll go back to it. Colts D or Titans D? Colts D for me.
I'm going to go Colts defense. I'm not – as much as Jameis Winston is capable of turning the ball over at a very alarming rate, almost to the point where you think he's Paul Crewe from the longest yard, shaving points in a football game. It looks like he's actively trying to turn the football over sometimes. I'm way less worried. The Bucs can still torch you on any given week on the defensive end. So I'm going to flex away with the Colts defense.
Bucky, you agree?
I agree. Yep.
Cool. If you guys are watching us right now, hit that like button for us. Appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're trending right there right now, boys.
Please like me.
Trending is good.
Robby Swiech, Miles Sanders or Manny Sanders in the flex.
You interrupted Bucky when he was talking about trending is good.
Oh my
God.
Don't
worry about that. I'd rather answer the question because if we're trending, we need to be providing those spitfire answers for the people out there. For this one, it's Miles Sanders again. It's going to be tough sledding against the Bills D, but if it is that bad with the wind, I do see this being a game where it's going to be ground and pound, so Miles Sanders should be the play here.
How have we never heard Emmanuel Sanders be called Manny?
I really like that.
Yeah, why? I mean, let's call him Manny Sanders. That's fantastic.
Because I think if your name is Emmanuel, I wouldn't appreciate somebody called me Manny. It's Emmanuel. That's like such a nice. It's got such a good. Basically, Emmanuel is written in my brain when I see it or say it in cursive, right? And then Manny is like in Comic Sans.
I'm going Manny Sanders.
But I'm okay if you're allowed to have a catchy nickname to shorten up your name. That it's very common to have that happen. Kind of like Aladdin. Instead, we just go with Din, or do we just call him Lade? Like, here, boy, come here, Lade. Anyway, we got Miles Sanders all day.
I'm going to go Manny Sanders. I'm going to take a chance here on that. I don't want to go against the Bills. I hate it.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair.
PPR flex, Corey Davis or Tariq Cohen? It's Corey Davis for me.
Yeah, Corey.
Davis.
Yeah, look, Davis is still one of the most talented wide receivers in the league. He's just been, unfortunately, forced to catch balls from Marcus Mariota for most of his career. So there's
boys, I just put in a wing order. I gotta admit, the smells took my nose over. I just at this point in time, I need chicken wings and I need them now. Thank goodness for Hooters because I'm at the right spot. Gonna be eating here soon, boys.
Yeah, I got 17 minutes till I can order a beer and some wingy, and also 16 minutes now until our mild, medium, and hot picks of the week.
Big shout out.
How much does that mess with your psyche that you're at a Hooters, but you can't eat wingy and you can't have a beer until an hour passes by?
It's very bizarre.
If anything, it shows that you're a patient man and you have virtues, and that's positive. That's all good.
That's it.
Yeah, unless you're a Baker Mayfield owner.
But yeah, shout out Ted, the magician in the kitchen back there. Unbelievable work being done
Dennis has he needs our help with wide receiver for the rest of the season. He's got Odell, Devonta Adams, Alshon. He was fast with Stills and Sanders. Needs someone with upside to replace Alshon. I like Stills.
Yeah, I was fast with Stills and Sanders. I'm Stills is definitely okay.
For this week, and
as far as
Sanders long term.
yeah, with no with no what is his name? Will Fuller.
Thank you.
Everywhere you look.
Vasquez, what's up, man? Who is the best pair or the better pair to start in PPR? Sony Michel, the Marlin, Derrick Henry, and Freeman.
The Marlin. I like Marlon Mack. Look, regardless of however the game flow is, Marlon Mack gets a starter / bell cow workload every single week. He only had 18 carries last week for 44 yards against the Houston Texans. They're committed to running the football. He's an explosive talent. If you have Marlon Mack every week, I'm starting him regardless of whatever the matchup is. And then the other options, is it just one or pair to start? So I mean,
two. Yep.
Yeah, that's two. In a PPR, Levy, though, that's the only reason why I want to stay away from Sony Michel. But I do think he's the best option, given the other, Derrick Henry going against a very good stout unit up front for the Bucks, against the run anyway. And then, of course, Devonta Freeman, where I just don't want anything to do with.
Yeah, I'm with you on these two. I'm going Sony Michel and the Marlin as well. Bering Straight said we did a good job on the trivia, or you did. I wouldn't have got that, Tate.
I can't believe I got it. I pulled that rabbit out of the head. For sure.
Devonta Freeman or T.Y. Hilton, PPR flex. It's Hilton all day for me.
Yeah, Hilton easily.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, nifty producing work there, Derrick. I appreciate that.
Oh, that was me.
I got to pull you off the board. Levy's not savvy enough to do that yet. All he does is he just likes to rapid fire all these comment questions, which is a good thing because they're the ones that are important.
Yes. Bucky, Devonta Freeman or T.Y. Hilton?
It's T.Y. here.
Tate, you agreed on that, right?
Oh, yeah, T.Y.
No doubt.
4 years stay in the end zone with T.Y. Hilton.
Nick, thanks for the shout out there. Enjoying this every Sunday. Really helpful for game day decisions. Appreciate it, man. Keenan Allen or Corey Davis in the flex. I'm going Corey Davis against that Bucs secondary.
I'm not touching Keenan Allen. If he's going to go out there on an ankle, no, sir. That's just not anything I'm comfortable with. That's one of those, hey, I'm going to play one play. Ooch, ouchie, it hurts. Ooh. And then he sits out. Not great.
You changed the question before I'm allowed to answer. How dare you? Get off my board. If
you can still remember. That was easy to remember, right?
Man. Anyway, I'm going Corey Davis. Corey Davis going against the Bucs. Keenan Allen not at 100% going against the Chicago Bears. I know that Michael Thomas just tuned them up for over 100 yards receiving, but I'm still going to go with Corey Davis given the matchup.
Cool. That's my father-in-law. What's up? Thanks for watching. How are you?
Hey, Steve, hit him straight.
Yes, there we go. Vasquez. Kamara's out today. Thankfully, the person we're going against has him starting. That's good. Good stuff, man. Marquez.
If that guy's watching now, Vasquez, you just told that guy to change his lineup, though.
Right.
Tyler Boyd.
I kind of want to play. I'm going MVS.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling versus Boyd. I am going to go MVS with no Devontae Adams. Tyler Boyd going up against the Los Angeles Rams. Are we going to be shocked if we see an inspired Jalen Ramsey who did a decent job against Julio Jones last week? And no offense to Devontae Parker. I'm staying away from Devontae Parker. I am going to go MVS.
MVS has the upside with the touchdowns. We talked about Tyler Boyd last week. He gets targeted a lot, but he doesn't get targeted in the red zone. Auden Tate's getting those right now. So
that's fair. That's a fair assessment, but MVS still scares me. It's just up and down.
Sure. He's a little bit banged
up. Like my love life.
Fredley, Derrick Henry or Chark in a flex? Chark for me.
Sorry, Buck.
I'm going Derrick Henry. No, it's a true state. I'm very, transparent on this here podcast, up and down. Derrick Henry for me, even with PPR.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Derrick Henry, even though it's very intriguing to go DJ Chark. As much as D.D. Westbrook had a good week last week, so Chark is still what I feel is the number one there in Jacksonville. But Henry is Henry, guys. So I'm rolling with Henry.
It's Chark all day for me. I'm not a Henry guy, especially against that Buccaneers run defense. Misa Mar, welcome back. It's been a while.
Misa Mar, are you actually going to make it to St. Petersburg this year? when we have our Week 16 championship week episode. And
I hope so.
You better. I was really hoping you'd be there last year, and you left me hanging. It hurts my heart. It was Christmas time, but anyway, Misa, welcome back.
Yes, Josh Allen or Philly, the ageless rib piece.
Is he ageless? He hasn't looked like the same guy this year, guys.
He looks angry out there.
He does.
He's frustrated. I mean, they have a Super Bowl contending roster on paper, but boy, it's not gone that way this year.
Yeah, his kids' soccer teams won a collective 0-9 last week, so he's just had a rough go of it.
He doesn't have a healthy Keenan Allen. Mike Williams hasn't been healthy all year. They can't seem to figure out the running back balance between Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler to be effective. But Josh Allen is playing in Hurricane. But Philly Riv going against the Chicago Bears with offensive line issues, I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
Josh Allen for me.
Yeah, the runner. The GOAT, Josh Allen.
Oh, whoa, now you're premature with that GOAT stuff. Good Lord. Move on.
All right, real quick, before we get into the mild, medium, and hot picks in about 10 minutes, I want to do my trivia question now because I'm getting antsy.
Go for it.
So here we go. First one to comment in the comment section there, obviously, will win a Hooters calendar. We'll mail it to you. So here we go. In 2007, who was targeted 160 times, 98 catches for 1,493 yards and 23 touchdowns? First one in the comments. Tate, can you monitor the comments for us?
I'll monitor the comments, but I mean,
it's an easy one.
Repeat that question one more time.
In 2007, who was targeted 160 times, catching 98 balls for 1,493 yards and 23 touchdowns?
Yeah, that's a layup. That's a layup, guys.
The 23 touchdowns should give it up.
Layup. Yeah.
All right, Garrett, in the meantime, with the bad weather.
TK Force, no, it is not Larry Fitzgerald.
Nope.
But continue. Sorry. You said Garrett was the gentleman that's up?
Yes, sir.
Trying to find him in the comments. Garrett Pepin.
I'm going Stills over John Brown and Golden Tate. How about you boys?
I'll go Kenny Stills here.
Stills. Even though it is something that's interesting to bring up when it comes to Golden Tate this weekend against the Detroit Lions with no Darius Slay and no Quandre Diggs. And hey, we got a winner, Ronald D-Hoff. You guys ever remember that scene from Black Sheep? What's your name, Officer Mehoff?
Yes.
It is.
All
seasoning. The best thing. The best thing to put on all your Hooters.
Ronald, follow us on Instagram at Fantasy Focused and send me a DM and you will get your calendar mailed out to you. Varun said it was Golden Tate. I don't remember his question now.
Hold on. Now there's maybe some controversy because it seems as if there was a 1051 that says Nick Byrd at 1051 and Ronald didn't come in until 1052.
Tate, you really screwed that up.
I didn't screw it up. Sometimes it takes a second for the streaming thing to be able to bring in the answers or comments in the correct order. So
we'll send you both a calendar. How about that? Both of you follow us on Instagram and send us a DM. We'll get you both.
Byrd and Ronald D. Hoff. That's the one I saw first. Don't challenge my board skills. I know what I'm doing. All right. So we said
here we go.
And now we go to T. Is it Varun we're on?
Yep. Here we go. OBJ, Golden Tate, Ty Johnson, and Mixon needs 2. Golden Tate.
He needs 2.
Yep.
So just Golden.
No, I'm saying because he clarified for us. It's Golden Tate.
Oh, gotcha. I'm going OBJ and Ty Johnson.
I agree.
I'm going to go Golden Tate and Ty Johnson. Guys, Detroit's secondary is one banged up and 2 just traded away one of their better players. So
I like that answer. Because I don't love the matchup for OBJ, I guess.
The matchup is awful for OBJ.
Yeah, it's the first time I picked him today. So,
but he's also a very talented player that has yet to hit his stride. And he had the one massive game, and I think he has that in store somewhere. And they should be behind. They should be throwing the football. OBJ for me.
All right, Misa Mar, half point PPR, Kenny Stills, T.Y. Hilton, Ty Johnson, Bob Woods, Manuel Sanders. Choose 3, please.
Can you weed? Today, Junior. All right. So I'm going to go Kenny Stills, Well, actually, given those options, some good options.
Great
I'm
options.
Stills, T.Y. Hilton, and Ty Johnson.
I'll take the same 3.
Even though it's hard to sit Bob Woods.
I agree. Sanders is an easy sit.
It's the first 3s, but that's a solid set to have to pick a 5. 3 out of 5 there. I like that setup.
Bucky enjoying Wingy as we speak.
Let me just say, Tez, whatever you're doing back there, never change. This is just unbelievable.
Oh, man.
Tez, I'll be back there on, I think it's like December 22nd.
We will all be there. It's going to be awesome.
The band will be back together, baby.
Can't wait. It's going to be a good
come
day.
join us down here at St. Pete. Weather should.
I think this is a terrible bet. Plus 1,200. Miami versus Steelers going to overtime today. That's a weird, crazy bet. I respect it, but I don't think it's happening.
I feel like that should be plus 12,000, not plus. Betting on a game to go to overtime.
That's like betting a draw in soccer, which I know Bucky is into sometimes.
No, but see, that's a result for a soccer match. Going to overtime is not a result. I wonder what the percentage of games that go into overtime in the NFL is. Has to be far less than 1%.
Yeah, seriously.
It's probably right around 1%, to be honest. 1 out of 100. Yeah.
Brandon.
It's probably over that. Now that I think about it.
It's a great trivia question.
It is. I wish we had the answer to that. Brandon, thanks for joining us. I think it's his first time here, but John Brown, Freeman, or Lindsey for flex. Tater?
I'm going Lindsey. I don't trust the Falcons today, and John Brown's playing in a windstorm.
It's Phil Linz.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that one all day. Dab Wizard has a question. He's 6-1. Killing it. Chubb or Carson?
Ooh, okay. Carson. I'm staying away. I mean, Carson's been getting requisite volume every single week. They just came off of a loss against the Baltimore Ravens. And Chubb, even though he's been the focal point of the offense up to this point, is going up against New England. So, yeah, that's why.
Chris Carson this game.
Yeah, Chris Carson for me, like I said earlier, 20 carries probably guaranteed.
And apparently the Seahawks are shopping Rashad Penny. So it should be a heavy Chris Carson day.
Love it. All right, Leo, thanks for joining us, man.
Shop him. Wouldn't they give Penny a bunch of work?
No, they don't want him to get hurt.
They don't want him.
I'm just saying they're trying to showcase him. They're going to go ahead and showcase him by giving him a lot of touches.
But what if he gets hurt?
They're trying to be copper
Well, then
free.
you screwed. That, I mean, then, yes, it didn't work out, Levy. But, I mean, how are you going to make a guy look good if you're not even going to give him the ball?
And it's not like they've been giving him the ball to begin with.
That's true. Very true.
All right. Leo, we got to get going. We got 2 minutes till our Hooters pick, so I got to answer a few more before then. Larry Fitz or Golden Tate? Want to drop one and stash Drake in case he gets traded. Okay. Want to drop one and stash one. Okay.
First off, tip of the hat, Leo, for holding on to Kenyon Drake this long.
Yeah.
I'm going Golden Tate. I saw last week, even without Christian Kirk, there was a lot of times where Larry Fitz wasn't even on the football field. I mean,
so you're dropping Fitz?
I would drop Fitz. I hate saying it, but I mean, we haven't seen Christian Kirk for the last 2 weeks, and what has Larry Fitzgerald done?
Not much.
No disrespect, man. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot, but it's just he's not a part of this offense, not a significant role anyway.
Golden Tate this matchup.
Yeah, but you're dropping Fitz. You got to drop one of these two guys, Buck.
Dropping, like gone, dunzo.
Oh, I'm not dropping Fitz.
So you're dropping Tate?
Well, I've dropped Tate in my real life, so I might as well drop him in fantasy football. Boom.
Oh, wow. Varun, Kiki Kuti, or Jamal Williams in a flex PPR?
And by drop, I meant I've beaten you every time I've played you in fantasy football.
Dude, I'm not getting no war words with you, Buck.
Yeah, well,
I'm more the brooding type.
The war's already happened. Now it's just press releases. Now the newspapers are reporting on it now.
All right, so Jamal Williams or Kiki Kuti. I don't know how Jamal Williams continues to score, but I'm not buying it. I'm going Kiki Kuti with no Will Fuller, and he's healthy. And Kiki Kuti's a nice player, so Kiki
Kuti.
Yeah. Do you love me? Am I riding?
Yes.
It's Kiki.
All right, I'm going Kiki as well. Judson Van Warp.
Judd, what up, Judson?
Good call on Edmonds last week. Yeah, I think that was the one thing we were all right on last week was Edmonds, so that worked out well. All right, one more question before we get into our Hooters picks of the week. Eckler, Ty Johnson, or Coleman? You got to go Coleman, right?
I'm going to go Ryder. I'm going to go Coleman. I want to go Ryder Ty, but I'm going to go Coleman.
I'm going to go Tevin Coleman in this matchup here. Yep.
All right, Bucky, do we have our picks?
I don't believe we do.
Not yet. All right. Well, we got to flag them down, so we'll keep going in the meantime here. Josh Jacobs or Tevin Coleman?
I mean, Jacobs is injured, so I'm not going to mess with that this week. Not to mention the Texans' defense. I mean, they're not great, but they're not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Tevin Coleman, who the success of this 49ers team has been based mostly off of the defense and running the football. I'm going Coleman.
I look for that to remain consistent here. I'm going to go Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, I'll go Tevin Coleman as well, Chris. Thanks for joining us, man. Fredley, MVS, or Corey Davis with Allen questionable? I'm going to go MVS.
Marquez.
I'm going Corey Davis. Guys, I believe so much in this kid's talent. I mean, if you were watching his tape, he was getting a ton of separation on a regular basis. It was just that Marcus Mariota never found him. If Tannehill is even a mild improvement on what Mariota can do under center, then Corey Davis has the potential to be able to be a top 15 wide receiver. And I know that sounds crazy saying that for a Titans wide receiver, even with Tannehill under center, but that's how good Corey Davis is. So,
all right, TV. Hey guys, how do you feel about Julio this week? Start 2. Julio, Sutton, Robinson, and Chark. I like these options this week.
God bless you, Kelly. God bless you.
I feel fine about Julio. I know that you guys are very concerned about Bed Bath & Beyond assistant manager Matt Schaub. I'm not. I think that Julio Jones will be just fine. He's one of the most dynamic threats as a receiver in the league. He'll be fine. The second part of this, that's where things get a little bit more difficult. I'm actually going to say Allen Robinson here.
Whoa, what about Sutton? Sutton's been playing great football, man. And so is Allen Robinson.
So is Chark.
It is a little dicey.
Have y'all ever heard the song, Whoa, Sometimes I Get a Good Feeling? Yes. That's me right now. I got the good feeling. Is that Black Eyed Peas? Who is that?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was like Avicii or Calvin Harris or something like that. I'm going Julio Jones here and Chark.
I'm going Julio and Sutton. They just got rid of Emmanuel Sanders for a reason. Sutton is the focal point of this passing attack.
So none of us agree here. All right.
No, none of us agree. But if I had to latch on anybody here, it would be DJ Chark as opposed to Sutton. Tate just loves Sutton for some reason.
I love it. CP, what's up, dude? Hope you're enjoying Kansas City or wherever you're at. Ty Johnson or Alshon? No question, it's Ty Johnson for me.
Yep. You don't want to mess with Trey White. He's the big bad beast there on the corner.
Ty Johnson.
Tim Westby, standard scoring, needs 2 wide receivers and a flex. OBJ, John Brown, David Montgomery, Tevin Coleman, Golden Tate, DK Metcalf, and Kirk. 2 wide receivers and a flex, gents. Standard scoring.
David Montgomery, Tevin Coleman. Or you need 2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Golden Tate. Sorry, Golden Tate. John Brown and Tevin Coleman.
OBJ, Golden Tate, Tevin Coleman.
It's Tate, Coleman, and Metcalf for me. Sorry, boys. We're not.
Disagree. Bucky is like just shaking his head in massive disapproval.
Jordan Windsor.
I feel like I need to maybe have a little bit more beer after that one, maybe. Okay.
Half-point PPR. Jonnu Smith or Cam Brate with OJ Howard out, and Lions or Bills D. Well, this is a 3-part question.
I'm going to go Cameron Brate. Then I'm going to go Bills defense. And then I'm going to go DJ Moore.
DJ Moore out of the wide receiver group. I will go with Jonnu Smith and the Bills defense.
Yeah, I'm going to go Brate, Bills D, and DJ Moore as well. Drop Fitz for Kirk. I think the upside's higher there. Yeah, I'm not playing Kirk this week though.
But Kirk's not healthy right now, so I mean, if you want some upside, yes, because we've seen what Kirk looks like or Fitz looks like without Christian Kirk, and we really haven't seen anything from Larry Fitz since week 1 and week 2 of the season. His involvement in this offense has just dropped off a cliff. So if you want to for upside, yes, you can do that.
Yep. All right, Aiden Tabor, thanks for joining us. Pick 3: Chris Carson, Aaron Jones, McCaffrey, or Latavius.
Latavius, McCaffrey, 100% in my opinion, and then it's Carson over Jones, but it's very close.
Whoa.
Why over Jones?
I want Latavius Murray.
Just ordered a picture.
Oh, is it 11 a.m. Central there, Levy?
Yes, sir.
Is it beer 30?
Roop just arrived.
Look, I'm going to go Latavius for sure because Arizona's rush defense is not very good.
Well, and they're banged up.
CMC is 100% a must start regardless of matchup. And then I'm going to go Aaron Jones, even though I like Chris Carson. But Jones, guys, he's going against a Kansas City defense that even with Patrick Mahomes putting up points, they couldn't stop the run. And I don't expect that to continue against Green Bay, who's run the ball very well this season. And you don't even have Mahomes to rely on. You got Matt Moore throwing the football. So I think that they'll be able to run the ball pretty easily in this one. Aaron Jones for me.
Matt Moore is a former night shift manager at Perkins.
Right. Listen, if I've got Chris Carson, Aaron Jones, Christian McCaffrey, I'm not benching those guys pretty much in any scenario. So I'm benching Latavius even with the juicy matchup.
Really? See, I can't get behind that because he's going to be the only back.
Latavius just shredded the Chicago Bears defense.
I understand. I'm just not benching those 3 guys. I like what he's saying here. I think he's saying he's trying to dump Latavius, meaning trade him. So yeah, if you can trade him, sell high right now before McCaffrey gets healthy. All right, so Pam, Brady or Goff? I'm going Goff. Love the matchup this week.
Brady.
Darn it. Yeah, it's a tricky one, but I'm definitely going. I'm going Rams all day. I'm going Goff.
Bucky, where's our picks?
I'm not sure, man. I'm just doing the show here.
Bye week crunch for B. Mark Walton or Darrell Henderson? Ugh.
Dude, it's Mark Walton. It's not even close.
I think it's closer than you think because I think Darrell Henderson might get himself involved today. I'm going to go
every week.
Yeah, but Mark Walton's garbage. I mean, no offense to Mark Walton, who's a fine college player, but doesn't really transition here. Darrell Henderson, I think, gets a touchdown today. You heard it here first. Fantasy Focus. Live stream. Hooters. Nickel.
I'm going Henderson as well.
Mark Walton touches, guys. And he's not playing as bad as he's on a terrible Miami Dolphins roster.
Well, that's part of why I'm not starting him.
It's part of it. I understand.
Yeah.
By the way,
Dried Ocean.
Very good this year either.
Russell Wilson or stack Breeze with Michael Thomas? This is a DFS question, boys.
I'm okay stacking with Breeze with Michael Thomas.
I'm fine with the stack.
I mean,
I like the stack here.
No, Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league right now. I'm starting him.
Correct, but you know what they say, every dog has its day, and every dog will lose a bone. So
fair.
That might happen here.
I know. Point Break or Roadhouse? Tate?
Point Break.
Yes.
Point Break, it's not even close. Roadhouse is great, though.
Almighty Jack. Thanks for joining. Melvin Gordon or Tevin Coleman? It's Coleman for me.
Yep, Tevin. They got to figure it out there in Los Angeles with Melvin Gordon.
JT, thanks for joining us. Lat Murray or Keenan Allen in the flex? It's definitely Lat Murray.
Lat Murray, Keenan Allen. Hopefully he'll get better soon, but it starts by sitting out a game or two.
Yeah, Lat Murray against that Arizona.
Here's an interesting one from our boy Pasquale. Thanks for joining us again. Edmonds or Murray? Half-point PPR flex.
I'm going Murray because of the matchup. I mean, last week in what was a very rainy game in its own right, Edmonds had a breakout game, but the Saints are the better football team, and the Saints are not going to get run on like the New York Giants defense did last week. So for me, it's Murray.
I'm going Lat Murray, but this is closer than you might think, right? If we have a half-point PPR, I do love Edmonds. He's versatile back, but I got to go Lat Murray in the matchup, Tate. I'm with you 100% on that front.
Yeah, I'm going Lat Murray as well. Jesse Torres, Jacoby Brissett, or Gardner Minshew this week?
Is this a question you ever pictured you'd be answering in week 8?
No, but I love Minshew.
And it is Minshew mania, brother. I don't want to hear that Minshew magic. That's Fitz magic. Can't steal a man's plight. I'm gonna give him the 2 options. Jets defense is actually better than people give it credit for. I'm going to go with Jacoby Brissett.
Did Bucky answer?
No.
No, on this one,
you guys are both doing your thing over there, and I'm just having to carry the load.
Well, Tate, you're good at carrying the load. So we do have Amari with us here from Hooters, who will be delivering the mild, medium, and hot picks. So I'm going to go ahead and welcome her in here, and she'll take over.
Welcome, Amari.
Okay. Do I need?
No.
Okay.
Just run through them.
Okay. Hello. How are you doing?
Fantastic, Amari. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just run through. Okay. So I'm ready. So I have for mild, I have Ty Johnson. I have 4,900 on DraftKings with Karen Johnson on the shelf. There should be plenty of opportunities for the youngster in Detroit. Good matchup against the Giants this week, but there's a bit of risk involved as we haven't seen what split will be against him. McKissick. I know, very hard. And for the medium pick, we have Leonard Fournette. We have 78 on the DraftKings. He's run for 100 plus yards in 3 of his last 4 games. Although he's only found the end zone once all seasons, favorable matchup against the Jets at home and pretty much a guaranteed of 15 to 20 touches. What's not to love?
What's not to love? Agreed. What's not to love?
And for our hot pick, we have Todd Gurley with a 7,400 on the DraftKings. Although he's been held to less than 4 yards per carry over the last 5 games, he still managed to carry over the last 5 games. And he still managed to find Pat Dirt 6 times this season, and he's still catching passes. The matchup doesn't get any better than Cincinnati Bengals.
It does not look like any better. I mean, who? And by the way, is that Bucky's handwriting over there? Because if he wrote,
thank you, Amari. Wonderful
job.
Thank you so much. There's the mild, medium, and hot picks brought to you by the original Hooters here, delivered wonderfully there by Amari.
She was fantastic. No, she was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, she's amazing.
That was great.
Thank you so much. We get those mild, medium, hot picks every week here on the Fantasy Focus Live show.
Thank you. Torres, Chris Carson, Devonta Freeman, or Tevin Coleman. He needs 2. It's easy for me. We got to drop Freeman from this.
Pick 2 here. I'm going to go Tevin Coleman, Chris Carson.
All right. Sounds good. Kyler Murray or Carson Wentz? Kyler Murray for me.
Kyler Murray. He's a hot hand right now, and the guy just keeps on improving game after game. He's kind of figuring out how fast this game is and how his skill set can really elevate that team into winning ball games. And he's doing it with a combination on the ground, and he's throwing the football effectively. I like Kyler Murray here.
All right, I'm with you, Bucky. Torres, pick 2, Hopkins, Hill, Tyrell Williams, Ridley, or John Brown. It's Hopkins and Hill for me.
Hopkins, Hill.
All right. Jordan, Singletary or Ronald Jones, half-point PPR. Tater, we'll go to you first on this one.
I'm going Singletary. If it's really windy conditions, I expect them to run the football. Rojo and neither of them have favorable matchups. Philadelphia's got a pretty good run defense, but the Titans defense is no slouch by any stretch. And Rojo, they're both splitting work. So for me, it's Singletary this week.
I'm mad at Singletary, man. He really didn't do so great last week. I'm going Rojo.
I have a hard time starting Ronald Jones. I'm going to go Devin Singletary. I'm going to latch my wagon to it. Go Bills.
Fredley, Brissett or Rivers? I'm going Brissett. I think the upside's a lot higher.
Jacoby.
Great. Jacoby.
Let's see. Phil. 2 PPR. Eckler, Stills, and Cooks.
PPR, I'm still going with Eckler, and I'm going Brandon Cooks. I mean, as much as I want to roll with Kenny Stills, and I know he's got a good matchup against the Raiders secondary that just got torched, but I'm still seeing a good weekly floor from Eckler. So that's why
I'm going Eckler, Stills. Cooks has been far too inconsistent.
Okay.
I almost want to get on board with you, Bucks, but I still think
the water's warm. Come on.
Yeah, it is warm. That water is lukewarm. I just want to dab the toe in.
It's all natural too. It's chlorine. It's good in here.
Thank you. I just got my boneless. I'm happy, boys.
Yep.
I'm going Cooks in. Westavelli, thanks for joining us as always. Standard scoring. Pick 3, Edelman, Hill, Brown, and Stills. I'm benching Brown.
I'm benching Brown.
Tater.
I mean,
come on in.
I mean, they eventually got to throw the ball, right? I mean, they're not going to not throw the football all game despite windy conditions. And Josh Allen does have one of the strongest arms I've ever seen. So I'm still going to go with Josh Brown over the likes of Kenny Stills. I'm going to go with Hill and Edelman.
John Brown.
Yeah, I like Josh Brown too. He's a hell of a singer.
Yep. How about John Brown? John Brown's the correct answer. Yes.
Yes.
I do have a trivia question up my.
Oh, go ahead, Tate.
You want me to hit it right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So I'm going to ask for all you fair listeners out there right now on the interwebs, how many 4,000-yard passing seasons does Cam Newton have? First one to get that one right gets a Hooters calendar, of course. And by the way, how was your pink passion fruit cocktail over there, Buck?
Fantastic as always. I highly recommend coming in, getting a pink passion, or donating. Give a hoot, folks. Let's give a hoot. Let's raise awareness to fight breast cancer together.
Also, if you just want to buy a calendar, if you don't win, it's only $13.99. So you get a free beer and like $100 worth of coupons. You can get them on Hooters. Yeah, and a cup.
Is there a better stocking stuffer than a Hooters calendar?
I've turned my Hooters calendar cup into my primary coffee cup each morning. It's what better to start your day than with a Hooters cup?
We got a winner. It's Dab Wizard. It's Dab. Sneak into our DMs, baby. His only 4,000-yard passing season was as a rookie back in 2011, which is shocking. His MVP season, he only threw for over 3,500 yards. Dab, slip into our DMs. And if, by the way, if folks don't know what DMs means, it means direct messaging. Correct. Yes, that is correct. On Instagram with some of your information to be able to send you a Hooters calendar, man. Congratulations.
Yes. Back to the questions. Tim Westby, pick 3 in a PPR format. 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, and a flex. Aaron Jones, James Conner, Juju, Brandon Cooks, Melvin Gordon, Westbrook worried about Steelers, Dolphins getting better.
Jones, Conner, Mel Gordon.
Really?
Oh, no, we need a wide receiver. Sorry about that. Juju. It's still Juju. And I'm not starting Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, we got Mason Rudolph back. I'm going Jones, Conner, Juju as well. And that's the Miami Dolphins, guys. I mean, although the Dolphins haven't been as atrocious as they were to start the season, got to give them a little bit of credit. But, yeah, I'm still going with the 2 Steelers going against Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. All right, Jessel B, Gurley or Lat Murray? Gurley's got a good matchup, boys.
Yeah, but we saw what the workload looked like for Latavius Murray last week, and I do not trust Todd Gurley right now. I haven't trusted him all season, given how we've seen his workload work out. And the Arizona Cardinals, they give up a lot of rushing yards. I'm going with Latavius Murray. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm going with Latavius.
I'm sticking with Todd Gurley. He's going to score touchdowns today.
Oh man, I want to say Murray so bad, but I'm feeling Gurley today for at least one touchdown.
You gotta have a guts. No guts, no glory.
Right. Biggest complainer. Love the username there. Where's the one chicky bin you had on here a couple weeks ago?
Oh, Samantha. She's on the Fantasy Debate with Sam and Tate. You can find us on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She's fantastic. We just, unfortunately, 4 is a little bit of a crowd on these. So
yeah, absolutely.
3 is a nice number where you get, at least if you get an either or, you get a definitive answer on who to start.
Bell or Chubb, though, Tate, is the important piece here.
Yes, I'm going Lev Bell.
I'm still starting Chubb, man.
Lev Bell for me.
We've gotten this a lot today, Lev Bell or Chubb. I feel like this is the 3rd or 4th time we've gotten this question.
Yeah, these folks went 1-2, Bell Chubb in their drafts, and here's where they are right now. Because they probably had somebody else emerge as their true running back 2, and they're just freaking out trying to figure out that running back 2 position.
Rub-a-dub-dub, give the ball to Nick Chubb, but I'm going with Lev Bell. I'm on the highway to Bell.
Defense, Steelers, Colts, or Rams?
Steelers. They're playing the Dolphins.
Steelers.
Absolutely with the Steelers. PPR, start 2, Mac, Connor, Lat Murray, or Eckler. Tater, who you got?
Woo.
The matchups say Connor and Latmer. I'm going to go Connor and Latmer. Damn it.
Connor and Latmer, but this is such a good problem to have there, Valdez. You got a good team, clearly. It stinks putting Marlon Mack on your bench. It stinks even more to have to throw Austin Eckler in there, but you're absolutely right, Tate. James Conner, Lat Murray, that combination with the matchups, that should be productive for you today.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going Connor and Murray as well. JP covers Ty Johnson or Melvin Gordon.
Melvin, but it's weird. It just because I truly see Melvin Gordon scoring a touchdown today. And if he can be, let's say, just 20% more effective with his touches, that equates into a big day because I think he's going to get 15 touches today. So if he can just be more productive, be more efficient with his touches, I look for him to have a big game today. Ty Johnson, though, this is a good problem to have. I'm going Melvin Gordon, though, just because it's a name I know and trust, but not trust a whole lot.
Look, I'm going to roll with Melvin Gordon. I know that conventional wisdom just saw Chase Edmonds dice up this exact same New York Giants defense that the Detroit Lions are playing today. But we've also seen in consecutive weeks that the Bears defense has been susceptible against the run. So I'm going to go with Melvin Gordon, who I think is the more talented player. I don't even think that's even debatable. I just expect them. I mean, we're going to see Melvin Gordon get better and better. He missed the first, 5 or 6 weeks of the season. He's going to get better. It's just, unfortunately, it's tough to kind of live with some of those growing pains in the process.
I'm going to take a risk here, and I'm going to go Johnson. So I will be I'll go against you guys here.
Yeah.
And by the way, some very good things to say about our mild, medium, and hot picks. No, I'm serious. She did a great job. Job. Love the enthusiasm. It was fantastic. No,
Todd Gurley, I'm dead. These are funny. All right. Alexis, should I pick Ted Ginn up or Sterling Shepard? Both are available. If you want to start someone this week, you got to go Ginn, right?
Definitely Ginn because Shepard's out.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think he's out.
Yeah. Why don't you get Frank Bolitnikoff out there, buddy? He's still playing somewhere.
It is, Dab, you make an interesting point, which makes me feel like I need to sit out every other week now because Sam's popularity is just skyrocketing, as it should be because she's amazing.
Torres, Boyd, Kirk, or Williams, standard format.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, Tyra Williams, I don't trust him. He's He's not 100% healthy. Same thing with Christian Kirk. But I hate that matchup for Tyler Boyd. I think he's going to be facing off against Jalen Ramsey today, unless Jalen Ramsey decides to go against Auden Tate, another Florida State Seminole. Boyd may have a really tough time today, but I am going to go Boyd.
I'm going Boyd as well.
I went Dan Arlovsky there. I went ahead and said how much I don't like a player, and then I said start him.
You did. Burt Boy, Eckler or Chubb? Listen, I know it's tempting to go Eckler, but for me, ride the horse that got you where you're at. You obviously have a winning record if you got Nick Chubb on your team. I'm still riding him even in a tough matchup.
I'm going Nick Chubb here.
Yeah, Chubb. I don't think it's close.
Standard flex, Jeffrey or Kirk? Ew.
Well, you can't risk Kirk, right?
Jeffrey.
I mean, we're going to know. Is it final that Kirk's playing? Is he going to try to test out that ankle today?
As of now, yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, I still don't trust it. It's Alshon, and this is just you're picking between asparagus or Brussels sprouts, and everyone else is eating Hooters fries. So that's what's happening right now.
Right. Ronald, Aaron Jones, James White, or Derrick Henry need two?
Aaron Jones and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, no doubt for me.
Jones Henry.
How about them Tigers, Burt Boy?
Dang it, Burt Boy. You're always doing something on this with those Tigers. That was a good game yesterday. I hopefully will see you in December, sir, in Atlanta.
I like me some Joe Burrow, man. Kid can play.
I hope the Bucks get him. Corey Catcher, thanks for joining. I believe it's your first time. Dede or Samuel, PPR?
I really like Curtis Samuel, but yeah, I'm going Curtis Samuel because we don't even know if Dede Westbrook's going to play. He's questionable heading into today, so I'm going to go with Samuel.
And the chemistry's there with Samuel and Kyle Allen, so I'm going to go Samuel.
Yeah, absolutely. Tate, take over for him for a minute.
Yes, Commander. You've been cut. So we got Jesse Torres. Thanks again for joining us. Flex, Devonta Freeman. I'm assuming it's John Brown, Tyrell Williams, or Ridley in a PPR format. We got to pick one.
Ridley.
I want to go John Brown so bad, but Freeman's been getting a lot of looks in the passing game because they've been falling behind so much. So if I'm picking a Falcon, it is going to be Freeman this week. So I don't feel great about it, but like you said, the guy that's, still getting some shifts over at Bed Bath & Beyond's throwing him the football. What's not good to feel good about?
Listen, he can fold the bottom sheet. He can fold fitted sheets like none other. So if you could fold a fitted sheet, you could throw a football. That's what I know. That's just a common ratio.
Sound logic. Jordan Windsor, we've got sit 1.5 point PPR, Metcalf, DD, or DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Oh, sit one. Sorry.
Sit one. Yes.
Yeah, sit one. I'm sitting DD.
Sitting DD just strictly because of health. I mean, if I've got some options that are around the same in their respective value anyway, I'm always going to sit the guy that's coming into a game with an injury. So that's always how I kind of rationale my pick. Jesse Torres with another question. Darren Waller or Hunter Henry? Personally, I don't know how the hell you can sit Darren Waller right now.
It's Darren Waller. Put him in.
Yeah. Then we got L. Davis, 23. Oh, man, I feel for you. Damian Williams or Mecole Hardman?
Assuming this is PPR, I'm going to go with Mecole Hardman, but this is not good.
Oh, I'm still going to go with Damian Williams. I mean, we've got a slew of healthy options, and really the way that Mecole Hardman was going to have value was if Patrick Mahomes is under center. Dude, it's Matt Moore. I imagine they're going to be running the football more, or at least you would think conventional wisdom would say that. So I'm going to go with Damian Williams, who he's been a massive disappointment, but I expect him to see more total touches than Mecole Hardman this week. Of course, we already had the answers with Dab Wizard and Jesse Torres. And then we also, Burt Boy, yeah, he threw for over 4,000 yards in his rookie season. You should have just said 1, my friend. You can't say 5 because he hasn't done it since. It's nuts. Now here we are. Go Bucks! All right, so Mitch Gaudreau.
Well, you skipped one there. Edmonds or Eckler, half-point PPR.
I missed one?
Yeah, Edmonds or Eckler. This is for Jordan Householder. That's a great name. I love that. I wonder if that means householder, like the head of the household.
Okay.
Love it.
My apologies. Edmonds or
Go Lightning.
Edmonds all day.
I'm going Chase Edmonds in this matchup. You just have another back to contend with there in Melvin Gordon, so it's Chase Edmonds because he's all alone, like me.
And then, of course, we have Mitch, Tevin Coleman, or DJ Chark in the Titans defense, or get Panthers defense from waiver wire and keep them the rest of the season. The Panthers defense has been playing some really good football. I would roll with the Panthers defense, even though the Titans do have a matchup against Winston, who could turn the ball over. I'm going Panthers defense this week. And Tevin Coleman, I'm going Tevin Coleman over DJ Chark.
Correct. Both accounts. I'm in it.
Cool. Trey S. Good morning, gents. Good morning to you, my friend. I have Wentz, but the matchup and weather makes me nervous. Should I stick with him or roll out Winston or Minshew? I'm going to roll out Winston. Particularly, it's a tough match. It was a tough matchup to begin with against the Bills secondary. Then you throw in, less than ideal conditions, and that means that I'm going to go in a different direction if I have another quality option. Which Winston, say what you will. I mean, even in his 6 turnover performance, he still threw for 400 yards. So I'd go Winston.
I'm with you. Even if this was played in Philadelphia against Buffalo in 75-degree perfect weather, that's still a tough matchup for Carson Wentz. So you need to get him out of your brain. It's Winston or Minshew. For me, it's Jameis Winston just because the guy's going to throw the ball a million times.
Levy, welcome back.
Oh, thanks, man. Just had to, get some wingies, some beer.
All right, so we picked up on JT86TN. Thanks again for joining us. 3-part question. Gotta love these 3-parters. Tyreek or Cup, Josh Jacobs or Ty Johnson, and Mixon or Breda. 2 PPR questions and 1 standard. So your boy's rivaling you, Levy, in how many leagues he plays in.
Right.
Cup, Johnson, and then Mixon over Breda for me, even though Mixon at this point is no better than a flex option.
For me, I'm going Cup. I love Cup this week. He's like my top wide receiver play. I'm going to go Josh Jacobs. I believe he's had 3 straight 100-yard games. And I'm going to go Breda over Mixon. I am disgusted with Joe Mixon.
Yeah, if you have even a relatively sufficient or even middle of the road option, I'm okay with sitting Joe Mixon. Guys, that offensive line is so horrendous that they are making Joe Mixon, who is a very good football player, look like a scrub. And he's not. He's not a scrub. So I'm going with Levy, I'm siding with you on this one. I'm going Cup. You got to check the availability of Josh Jacobs. But if Josh Jacobs is healthy, I'm going with Josh Jacobs over Ty Johnson. And then I am going to go Breda or over Mixon. I hate saying that, but it's got to be true. Levy, are you trying to take over my board again?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all you, bud. Go ahead. It's the world. It's your world.
No need to overreact, Derrick. This is a civilized environment here at Hooters, sir.
Yeah, nice try, 1996. Yeah, nice try. Real nice try there, pal. John Brown, Robby Anderson, or T.Y. Hilton. Got to pick 2 in a full-point PPR.
John Brown, T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, same.
I'll go with that. I'm okay. I approve this message. Nick Byrd, Sam's Pennywise was pretty awesome. Yeah, if you didn't see it on Instagram, dude, she went all in. It was fantastic. Mitch again, Tevin Coleman. Well, hold on. I feel like we have to say this once a show. Mitch, there is no what is the what's the terminology again? There's no spamming in my comment section. Do not do such things. Not allowed. We already answered it. Now, we may have not gotten Levy's take on this, but still, please do not spam the comment section. We promise we will get to every single question. Jesse Torres, Devonta Freeman, John Brown, Calvin Ridley, Tyrell Williams, or Ty Johnson. Bucky?
For this one, I'm going to go with Ty Johnson here, my man.
Levy?
I will go Ty Johnson as well. Did we get to that? Did we answer Mitchell's question?
Pay attention. I know you probably got putties over there now that are over there having a cocktail or two, but still.
Well, we got to wrap up. We got about 5 more minutes here, boys. So let's keep these questions moving.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ty Johnson with all these options.
Yes, sir.
So Jared Woodward, thanks for the good work. Thanks for joining us, my friend. I have Julio Jones and Godwin as wide receivers. Hilton or Mike Evans for my flex, guys?
Evans.
I'm going T.Y. Bucks.
I'm going to go Evans here.
T.Y. or Mikey Ev over. So we got 2 for Mikey Ev. So
yes, sir. Mike Evans is the pick.
Yanni, Breda or Montgomery in a full point PPR?
Breda.
I feel as if there's going to be an overreaction to what happened last week where Anthony Miller saw the same amount of carries in the first half as David Montgomery did. David Montgomery saw 2 carries all of last game. Dude, I'm starting to really be concerned that Matt Nagy is just not a very good coach. This week, I think he overreacts and overcompensates and gets David Montgomery the football a lot in this game. I think it's Montgomery.
The funny part about that statement was you just started to think that he might not be a good coach. That should have happened a little bit ago.
It's true.
I'm going Montgomery. I think he bounces back this week.
Ridley, Scantling, or Mike Williams? I'm going MVS, guys, with no Devontae Adams.
I'm going MVS.
That simple. I'm going to make it that simple.
Okay. Ridley for me. I've been high on him all day.
Yanni, Keenan Allen.
No.
Point PPR. Do you start him this week? Do you trust him?
I'm not.
If you have someone healthy, start them over Keenan Allen. I have a bad feeling he's going to play like 6 snaps and be out of the game.
Guys, Breeze or Goff? Another question from Yanni.
Goff for me.
Breeze.
I'm going Drew Brees, guys. Drew Brees.
All right, let's get going quick. We got a rapid fire, Tater.
DD is playing. Corey, thank you for that. DD is going to go ahead and be active today. Tyler, Jarrett, we got Jacob.
Murray.
PPR.
Murray.
Latmer, he's healthy. No other competition in that backfield. Ronald, Chicago or Indy's defense? I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. They're playing better right now. The entire Chicago team, it just seems out of sorts.
Colts.
Yeah, I'll go Colts.
Jose Vega. I think we already got this one, but again, Brady or Wentz. It's a little bit trickier. This is actually a little bit different question. I'm going to go Tom Brady.
Brady for me.
Tommy
and the boys. And Chubb or Shady McCoy?
It's Chubb.
Agreed. Even though it's a little bit tempting to go with McCoy, just given the fact that they don't have Mahomes anymore, they may try to run the football a little bit more. But
the irony of this comment and the name "Nice Try."
Nice try, 1996. Chalk it up, no joke. Brown.
Well, this is the game that Levy officially starts to worry about our bet.
Oh, it's all right. I'm already worrying.
JT86 TN is in 7 leagues, still does not top our boy Levy. Levy, are you on the board again?
I'm back.
Damn it. All right. Fast fingers. You go ahead and take it then. You take
Kittle, Hooper, or Henry in a PPR. I'm going Hooper.
I'm not going Hooper. Not with Matt Schaub from Bed Bath & Beyond. He actually just got promoted to middle management now. George Kittle.
Kittles and bits, baby. Let's go.
Hooper's as consistent as they come. Let's go. Nathan, what's up?
Hey, Nate.
Ty Williams questions this week. Could he actually be a bust? That's what I'm saying. I'm a little cautiously optimistic. Would Walton or Singletary be a better play this week? Singletary.
Walton, volume.
Really?
Yes.
Nah.
Philadelphia defense, dude. That Philadelphia front unit is normally pretty good against the run.
Jay Days, thanks for joining us. Jonnu Smith with Walker out versus the Bucks D, or Josh Hill with Kamara and Cook out? Smith all day.
Yeah, Smith.
I've had Josh Hill on my dynasty team for 5 years for nothing. Nick Byrd. Multiple teams calling the Texans about Hopkins. Get out of here. Can't imagine they'd give him up for anything less than multiple first-round picks. Agreed. Nice try. Thanks for joining us. He thinks we're funny. Appreciate it.
Subscribe if you haven't yet done so. We do this every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, please.
Hey, nice try. If I'm talking trash in the comments, it's because I love you. That's why. My guys know here.
Phil, how safe is playing Julio Jones, Ty Hill, and Kelsey with the QB situations? I mean, nothing's safe in fantasy, right?
But think about who you just named. Of course it's safe. You're talking about 3 of the best, most talented players in the NFL. Play them.
The volume will be there. The efficiency won't.
All right, nice try. Is 3 and 4 in Dynasty. Brait or a Brown?
I'm going to go Eric Ebron because Jack Doyle is actually battling a little bit of a hamstring, I believe. Or no, it's a groin. He's got a groin.
Isn't OJ Howard potentially out today? Or
he's out.
He's out. Yeah, then I'm going Cameron Brate, man.
I'm going Cam Brate as well.
Okay.
That catch that Eric Ebron made last week was sick, though. Chase Edmonds or Lat Murray. We've had this twice now. Different people. Lat Murray, we said.
Cut to the chase, baby. Cut to the chase.
Jay Day says we're doing God's work. Love it.
Hey, love you, man.
Good luck, JT. Here we go. We're coming to the end. Josh Allen or Matty Stafford?
Allen.
I'm going the Staff piece. Are you kidding me? Stafford's been playing very well, and he's not playing in windy, hurricane-type conditions.
You know what they say about Greek gods? They play in all the elements. Josh Allen.
Yes.
Blowout.
I'm going Stafford, though.
That's for you, BG. Go Bills.
Sorry,
Mark, big shout-out, man. Thanks for joining us.
And Garrett, John Brown or Golden Tate in PPR?
Golden Tate.
Golden Tate for me.
Oh, it's the guy with the best last name in all of football, the golden one. I'm going Golden Tate against that Lions secondary.
All right, last question here. Heisenberg, thanks for joining us again. Oh, we got 2 more questions, actually. For Flex and wide receiver 2, John Brown, Golden Tate, Curtis Samuel, and Keenan Allen.
Tate and Samuel.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
Tate and Samuel.
Yep. Tate and Samuel. Phil Thacker, Kenny Stills, Bob Woods, or John Brown?
Sir Philip Thacker.
I'm going Bob Woods still.
I'm going to go Rude Boy Bob. We got to get him back in the equation here. He's got to start being rude again. He's been too polite lately. I think that's been his major problem.
I'm going with Bob Woods as well.
Golden Tate or Juju? I'm going Juju.
I'll go with Juju Smith-Schusterman. Schusterman.
I'm going with the Juju as well.
Bench McCaffrey for Fournette?
No.
Never bench McCaffrey.
I mean, you got to get Fournette in your lineup, though, somehow. Put him in your flex. Fournette's great right now. All right, and that's it.
Thanks, everybody.
Good luck.
Hey, come down to Hooters. Enjoy these games. I'll be here through halftime. By the way, Tottenham up 1-0 on Liverpool on the road right now. Harry Kane, 1 minute in goal. We're going to have a Sunday. Everyone out there, be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck in all of your lineups today.
Oh, we have one more question. By the way, this is from a listener here, Hooters. We have Wentz or Allen, Josh Allen. I'm going Josh Allen in that situation.
Tough Buffalo secondary. Josh Allen can run. Bad conditions. I'm going Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Good luck.
All day.
Bye,
Good luck, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And again, if you haven't not yet done so, if you're tuning in right now, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate any and all the support. We come at you every single Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 Central, so on and so forth. And until next time, good luck, and later, says the Tater.
See ya.